Hello everyone. This is just a short video recording to explain how to do about the part B for the practical sample test. Question number 5. So you are supposed to create a function like this and to display on the left view front panel. Alright. So observing that this is the left view front panel, I have two control. One is sensor 1 voltage, the other one sensor 2 voltage, and then you have a final position. So the whole idea is that you need to implement this function over here. So how do we go about doing this? So maybe first thing first, let me copy this statement, right, and open up my view blank VI, and I'm just going to paste this over here to remind me that this is the function that I'm supposed to implement, right? So what I can see here is that I have a multiply function, I have an addition function, I have another multiply function and another addition function. So first thing first, what I do is that I will right click, go to my numeric palette. I'm going to put the plus function or the add function, turn on the label add, right? And I want to duplicate this. I can press the control key on my keyboard and left click and drag my mouse. So I got add function. I also need the multiply function, so I'm going to call the multiply function, and then I will turn on the label. So I know that I need another multiply function to make it 2. Alright, so first thing first, let's implement this function. Alright, we know that the final position is this, right? So over here at the input terminal, I can turn on my view. I could then turn on my tools palette, right, and turn on this automatic tool, right, and then I'm going to right click on the first input and create a control, and I will label this as sensor 1 voltage. Okay, so since sensor 1 voltage will need to multiply by a constant of 1.25, I'm going to right click and then create a constant here and type in 1.25, as you can see over here. Now and then I would realize that I will need to add, after I take the constant 1.25 times the sensor 1 voltage, the output here will need to be added. Okay, so I'm going to wire the output of here to the input with another constant at 3.62. So what I'm going to do, I'll bring the wiring tool to the next input for my add function and create a constant 3.62. Right, so I already implemented this part already. Then I know that the output here will need to be multiplied. But you have to be careful here. You can't do this step here because you have to apply the mathematical rule. So don't forget. So what you need to do is that you can't do what I just did. So some correction here, because mathematically you need to apply the rule, right? Multiply must come first, followed by division, then followed by plus and minus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create over here, right click, create a control, and I will call this sensor 2 voltage. Yeah, alright. So you can't do the step that I've shown you earlier. You need to separately do this. So instead you should do the multiply like this. Okay, so you have sensor 2 voltage multiplied by 3.62, then only you can add the two together as shown over here. Okay, so you implemented this part. So I corrected my mistake that I've shown earlier. So this is the first part. Then 3.62 times sensor voltage 2, this is the second part. You add them up and then you add by another constant. So what I do is I can add another function by selecting the add function, right click and then control drag to duplicate this function very easily. And then finally I will add this to the input terminal. Since I need another constant 10, okay, I'm going to right click here and create a constant 10. And finally this is the indicator, so I'm going to create an indicator and I'll call this final position. POSI position, right? Now how do I test this function to see if it's working? So I have these two control and one indicator. So now if you look at this function, so we need to input 5.25 as the sensor voltage 1 and then 3.25 on sensor voltage 2. The output is 28.33. Alright, so going back to lab view. So I'm going to put here as 5.25. Right, and the other one is 3.25. Right, 3.25. Okay, so this is how you will demonstrate to your lecturer on the day of the test. Okay, so with that, if I click run, yes, I will have this 28.3275, which is the same as this answer here, rounded to 2 decimal places. So this is the end of this video recording. Thank you for watching.